It's Madden NFL, and it comes your way next.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 53 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Deion Henley in there to bring him down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate? Should continue to take care of the ball and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First run of the game is a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Colts at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Anderson. That's Samuel caught left side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. You look at this Colt defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Anderson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. First carry now for Alexander Madison.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Off play action. Anderson. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. Shrugs him off. And juke this time. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Back to throw. Anderson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Possession switching back now to the Chargers.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
First down, Los Angeles.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. 5 plays there on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the play fake, Anderson. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Off play action. Anderson. And this one's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Colts on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is Okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes third down and 7.
Here's Newton.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they run the option on second down.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They need 12 here. It's third down.
Now Newton.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, Anderson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got that punt team getting loose on the sideline. So that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field. And after a couple of incompletions, 3rd time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
David Ojabo running in to take him down.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is fielded at the 27.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Newton.
Got a man. That's Lazard. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
McPherson on for the point after.
And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Colts.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So here are the Colts to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that lost week at the hands of Seattle. Throwing to start the drive. Anderson.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Anderson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass out left finds Johnston. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's Newton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now Anderson to throw on 2nd down. He gets it to Johnston. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Anderson. Pass hauled in by Johnston. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Anderson into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They work now on 2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback.
And now the rookie's free.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Newton to throw. Staying on his feet. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Now Newton on first down.
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Newton. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
Made his first, this now from 42 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play.
And it'll bring up third down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down, Anderson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. On first down, Newton.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Final minute now of the third quarter.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 133 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down and 6 now.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Newton.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Michael Pittman.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards, as they hope to move it a little closer. Now Anderson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From a yard out.
And the Colts answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point forthcoming. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now Newton.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Anderson.
Right side, he has Johnston.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Newton. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 12. First down, Chargers.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw, Newton. Breaks through the cut. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. Anderson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
First down, Chargers.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Newton to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Mostert is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Now it's Newton. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
One last throw here for Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Colts, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for LA, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's